The Corsair Trail system is located in the Huron Manistee National Forest, the only national forest in Lower Michigan. After leaving Nordic Sports, we came out here to the Corsair Trail system. Now it's fairly easy to find. You can go out of town, take the Monument Road. We came up north. We're on the east side, and we're going out to the Wrights Lake Trail. I don't know what it's going to be like. The trail markers show that it's going to be rough, so it could be kind of hilly out there. We've got all our equipment with us, so we don't know what we're going to run into or how hard it's going to be, but we're going out there to give it a try anyway. This is just a fun place to be, so come on along, let's find out what happens. Corsair Trail has 28.3 miles of one-way trail that varies from gently rolling, easy terrain to somewhat hilly and more difficult terrain. The trails may be hiked anytime during the snow-free periods. Trails are marked with blue diamond-shaped confidence markers. As walking along the trails, you'll find that there's really good signage out here. You can see one of them in front of me right now. This one in particular has a map on it, so you can see the whole trail system itself. You'll find numbers on this map that correspond to the numbers they have on the post also. So this one tells you we're at number 3. The trail comes up here now and it splits this way, and then we've got one going straight. We are looking at going straight. We're going over to Wrights Lake. We're going to kind of take a shortcut through the woods this way. If I went this way up, it's going to take a big loop that goes up and around and comes back that way to Wrights Lake. These forests in northern Michigan are rich in history. In the late 1800s, logging was at its peak, and these forests were quickly cut and cleared. In 1909, the Huron National Forest was established, and the Manistee National Forest was formed in 1938. In 1945, these two national forests were administratively combined. Working hand in hand with the Michigan Department of Natural Resources and other partners, the Forest Service has changed the lands that nobody wanted to a healthy forest once again. The forest is comprised of almost 1 million acres of public lands extending across the northern Lower Peninsula of Michigan. The Huron Manistee National Forest provides recreational opportunities for visitors, habitat for fish and wildlife, and resources for local industry. We haven't gotten too far out on the trail, and we already are passing over a creek. This is Silver Creek. We have been out here in the past. I remember this particular spot. One of the things we noticed though as we were going over the creek was a few trout scurrying off to the darker places down the river here just to get away from us. But just a quick thought, we're not very far into the trail. You might want to carry a fly rod back here if you're just coming back to do a little bit of fishing. As you hike through Corsair, one of the things to take notice of are the stands of red pine that dot the forest. By the size of them and the neat rows that they're in, I would guess that they were planted by the CCC after the old-growth forest was all chopped down and hauled away to help rebuild Chicago after the Great Fire of 1831. Came down onto what we thought was the forest floor, at least I did when we first were looking at it from off in the distance in the woods, but as you can see, the lake is dried up in this area, and even over in here, which I thought was water, is just mud. We think over this way there's still a little bit of water. We can hear some frogs, so we're going to assume that is. This is a spongy, almost boggy-like area that you come into. So watch your step if you do walk down here close. You get over towards the muddier areas, you might sink right in. Great discovery when you come out here though. It's just fun to come out to these places, find them on the map, actually go out to them and look around. Bring your binoculars along because you may see wildlife off in the distance around the edges, or also bring a camera. This is beautiful. Look at these pine trees around us. You know, we're almost in just a tiny little meadow down here, but it's so pretty and green. The wind is just rustling in the trees. You can even smell Lake Huron in the distance. Wow, can't think of a better place to be. It's a good idea to carry a map and compass or a GPS into the Corsair because of the size and scope of the trails that meander through the forest. Now that gives you a good idea what the hills look like that we've been climbing up and down all day.